2 decades. Before the hunt for elusive Mario amiibo toys became a phenomenon, Nintendo crafted a Game Boy Advance gem centered around Mario's quest to retrieve mini Mario wind-up toys. Mario vs. Donkey Kong, a puzzle platformer released in 2004, showcased the iconic plumber chasing the barrel-tossing ape through trap-laden levels, collecting mini Marios along the way. Fast forward to today, and the original game has been revitalized for the Nintendo Switch, boasting new worlds, additional modes, and a significant visual upgrade. While the overall experience remains relatively brief and leans toward the lighter side in terms of difficulty, navigating the Mario Toy Company's stolen stock against a ticking clock proved to be an engaging pursuit. Surprisingly, Mario wears yet another hat in addition to his roles as a plumber, go-kart racer, athlete, and kill-slinging doctor. He's also the head of his own toy company. Mario vs. Donkey Kong kicks off with a mischievous ape invading Mario's factory, snatching up mini Mario toys and stuffing them into a sack with a mischievous grin reminiscent of a simian Santa Claus. Unlike the original, the game now features fully animated and personality-packed scenes, though their limited number leaves room for a desire for more scattered throughout the adventure. However, given the game's focus on puzzles and its nature as a 2D Mario platformer, its relatively sparse plot development is in line with the genre. The primitive visual design of the 2004 original has not aged gracefully, and this modern iteration of the portable puzzle platformer addresses that flaw. The game challenges your reflexes and intellect rather than straining your eyes. Mario, Donkey Kong, and various enemies, including flame-spewing piranha plants and clockwork Shy Guys, boast sharp visuals with a contemporary Nintendo charm. The 8 worlds present a variety of captivating death-trap dioramas, from the lush green canopies of Donkey Kong Jungle to the perilous lava pools of Fire Mountain. While the modern iteration of Mario vs. Donkey Kong dons a sleek set of high-definition dungarees, its essence remains true to the original. Mario's moveset mirrors that of the original version, allowing him to execute seamless flips into a handstand for both self-defense against falling projectiles and agile ascents to inaccessible areas. He retains the ability to pick up enemies, hurl them at foes, or strategically place them on spiky surfaces for use as mobile platforms. Despite the absence of super in the title, traditional power-ups like fire flowers and superstars are noticeably absent, replaced by inventive methods to overcome adversaries in each stage. From knocking fruit to taunt enemies on their noggins, to wielding hammers from the Donkey Kong arcade game for a brief whack-a-mole session with levitating oil barrels, the game introduces entertaining ways to engage with its limited enemy roster. The bite-sized levels in Mario vs. Donkey Kong are typically divided into 2 rooms. In the first, Mario navigates challenges to collect a key and transport it to the locked exit, a task made challenging by his inability to climb ladders or perform acrobatic feats while holding the key. The second room involves overcoming obstacles to retrieve a mini Mario toy that slipped from Donkey Kong's grasp. While generally more straightforward, these stages occasionally introduce complications like rising lava, adding an extra layer of challenge. Each world concludes with a variation of a simple boss fight against Donkey Kong, followed by a delightful twist, where Mario transforms into a Pied Piper, leading the collected mini Marios to safety and creative challenges reminiscent of the classic Lemmings series. While not reaching the difficulty level of games like Celeste or Super Meat Boy, the risk of Mario succumbing to a single hit emphasizes precise platforming. Maneuvering him through hazards like leaping lava sprites and deadly bird-dropped eggs demands skill. Achieving each stage's goal involves not only self-preservation but also the strategic manipulation of colored switches to reveal hidden platforms or alter conveyor belt directions. Mastering the sequence and timing of these elements adds a consistently enjoyable puzzle-solving dimension as you progress through lively escape rooms. Embarking on Mario's mission to recover his toy chest, the journey extends from the bustling industrial factory to the eerie hallways of the haunted mansion. Notably, the 2 new worlds crafted specifically for this remake stand out as the pinnacle of the entire adventure. Mario Mini-Land introduces innovative elements, such as flower-powdered fans, enabling Mario and explosive bob-bombs to gracefully traverse expansive gaps. Additionally, teleporter blocks add a dynamic twist, transporting Mario seamlessly across the stage. On the other hand, Slippery Summit lives up to its name with icy platforms, inviting players to utilize Mario's momentum for sliding through narrow openings and transforming fallen stalactites into convenient steps. These additions seamlessly enhance the foundation of the 2004 game, offering fresh perspectives rather than mere reiterations of existing ideas. Despite the inclusion of these new levels, completing Mario vs. Donkey Kong's 8 worlds for the initial time remains a brief experience, taking only a few hours. However, players unlock all alternate plus versions of these worlds, featuring 6 new levels and slightly tweaked boss fights, extending the gameplay by an additional 3 hours or so. Curiously, the second set of levels, with few exceptions, appears notably easier than the first, creating a somewhat front-loaded difficulty curve. It feels akin to playing the challenging front 9 holes at Pebble Beach, followed by the more accessible back 9 at a shopping mall mini golf course. While this uneven difficulty curve echoes the original version, it's a missed opportunity that Nintendo didn't address this aspect during the remake's restructuring to provide a smoother progression. Nevertheless, players can access a collection of expert levels by earning gold stars during the main adventure. With 16 challenging stages, an increase from the original dozen, these levels are intricately designed and more laden with traps than the Billboard Hot 100 chart. Additionally, the inclusion of a time attack mode offers a chance to retry every level, shaving precious seconds off the clock and necessitating pinpoint efficiency through each obstacle-strewn stage. While the extra time trials are a welcome addition, a missed opportunity lies in the absence of additional incentives for completion, such as unlocking character costumes or concept art, leaving players with only a modest gold medal on the level select screen as a reward. While I appreciate the heightened difficulty presented by the expert and time attack levels, delving into these challenges shed light on some minor control quirks within Mario vs. Donkey Kong. There were instances where Mario stubbornly refused to grasp onto ladders or chains, regardless of whether I used the D-pad or thumbstick. Additionally, there were frustrating moments when Mario would meet an untimely demise for landing slightly off-center on an enemy. Considering Nintendo's typically precise platforming mechanics, these occasional lapses surprise me, dampening my enthusiasm for pursuing 100% completion in Mario vs. Donkey Kong. On a brighter note, replaying favorite stages with my friend, the new two-player co-op mode brought a fresh layer of enjoyment. Toad can join forces with Mario at any point outside of time attack modes, and while the level layouts remain fundamentally the same, the addition of 2 keys to collect in each stage introduces a unique form of collaboration and chaos that distinguishes it from solo play. However, it struck me as odd that the new casual difficulty setting, offering 5 invincibility bubbles per life, cannot be activated during co-op. This limitation may pose a challenge for younger or less experienced players forced to navigate the classic difficulty, where a single hit results in defeat, potentially depleting shared extra lives and adding strain to the partnership. Fortunately, the revamped one-up minigame, centered around a chase concept and appearing once per world, proves more entertaining than the original slot machine-style game of chance. Retrieving quickly burnt lives becomes more appealing and engaging task than before. Following the vibrant spectacle of Super Mario Bros. Wonder, the 2024 update of Mario vs. Donkey Kong's 2004 Game Boy Advance version offers a more restrained Mario adventure in terms of skill. Despite its modest scope, I found pleasure in navigating the puzzle-laden rooms, especially those nestled within the delightful new worlds that bring fresh perspectives to the time-honored mechanics. While the uneven difficulty curve in the main levels could have benefited from a more gradual progression and occasional control quirks fell short of the typical Nintendo platformer standard, the game's completely revamped art exudes personality. The introduction of a 2-player co-op mode injects a playful twist into familiar gameplay. Mario vs. Donkey Kong may not shine as brightly as a newly manufactured mini Mario toy, but its abundant charm and enjoyable gameplay make it a delightful experience.